Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to a brand new transfer deadline day video. And boy, is the transfer deadline in full effect today. Spurs have gone and signed Fernando Llorente from Swansea for a fee to be believed around about £15 million. Finally, all of us Spurs fans, and I know a lot, well, all of you can agree with me, is that we've been saying for the whole of the window, sign another striker, we need a better striker than Janssen. I was all for giving Janssen another season, like another chance. If we do have the option to go get a better striker, which we have quite clearly done, then I think we should definitely take it. Fernando Llorente got 15 goals for Swansea last season. That is quite a lot of goals for a pretty poor side, and despite the fact he's 32, he's still got a lot of goals. Now, initially, I wasn't down for this transfer at all, because when you first heard it, you think, oh, it's a Swansea striker, great. But not even just that, the fact that he was 32 seems a bit old. We're only really going to get 2 years out of him if you think about it. So I think he was more of a short-term signing, and I hope not a panic buy, because if he did get 15 goals, and hopefully if he does come off the bench when we're struggling, then he is able to nab a few where Janssen hasn't really been able to do that. He is a big aerial threat and scored quite a few headers and is just one huge guy. He's got a great background of playing for Juventus and other big clubs. I believe he played for Atletico Madrid. So basically what happened was I had an issue with him because he was 32 years old. I know he scored a few goals, but it doesn't necessarily mean he'll do that at us because he's not starting every game. It just did not seem like we were looking forward with that transfer. Now, personally, I'd prefer a player like Moussa Dembele from Celtic, a young striker who can get bags of goals and will gladly come to Spurs and even sit on the bench because he's upgraded to the Premier League, better Champions League football, if I dare say. You've got Wembley and a new stadium, and we should have got him dead cheap last year anyway, but we haven't gone for that route. We've gone for the short-term one. But what I can say from where I doubt this Llorente move, is his age and his experience bring a lot to Spurs, because then he's got the great Champions League experience with these big clubs, and he's obviously clearly got goals. So it's someone that the players can kind of look up to and learn to develop their game better, which we kind of lack in the squad. We do have experienced players like Moussa Dembele and people like that, but they're not like winners. They're not champions of anything really. So it's good that we're actually bringing in someone that's experienced in this. He can probably do well in the Champions League as he did before. But then again, just saying, he is most likely just to be a backup striker. So it's a very good signing from that perspective. And I mean, come on, 15 million in this market is glorious. So does that mean Janssen is out? There's reports that West Brom are signing him for £23 million, which is unbelievable for that guy. He really did not kind of gel into the squad. I would have loved him to have done well because he was great in the Eredivisie, but he just never really found his stride. He got a few goals, but only like 2 of them for set plays. It's mad. But we have definitely got an upgrade on him. I would have liked a kind of more younger player, but at least it brings experience to the squad. And for only £15 million, who could argue with that? But I must say we are lacking a fast player and a winger realistically. We need to sign someone big like Mahrez, I'd hope for, or if you're going to go a different route, then a young player like Demarai Gray. But then again, you can say that we already have Nkudu and Lamela coming back, so it might not be completely necessary, but given with all the injuries, I feel like we do need someone like that, and I think Mahrez is probably the ideal candidate. And we've also been linked with Andre Gomes, which is a central midfielder from Barcelona. Now, this is a bit of a mixed one. He was great at some times. He started for Barcelona most of the season last season, and I believe he was the one that got the goal against PSG when they went through. Apart from that, he hasn't gone into the squad recently, and it's just another central midfielder, which we've already got. Like, we don't really need to fill that position. I'd rather go attacking midfielder or wings for the final signing, which apparently there is one more after this. That is it for the news so far. Please do subscribe down below. Check out my Twitter, which is right here, because I'm nearly on 1,000 followers, and it would be amazing if you could help me reach that goal. Please subscribe below, help me get to 5,000 subscribers. Like the video if you're excited for the new season, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Now hopefully it's a sick player. See you later.